Top 10 Most Expensive Cities to Live in America 2026, where your money works overtime and still loses. Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, wow, that's interesting, that number used to be bigger? Have you ever paid rent and immediately questioned every life decision that led you there? Do you enjoy paying $18 for a sandwich and pretending that's normal? If yes, congratulations, you might be living in one of the most expensive cities in America. Because in 2026, some U.S. cities are not just costly, they are financial obstacle courses. These are places where six-figure salaries feel average, starter homes cost like mansions, and the word affordable exists mostly for emotional support. Today we are ranking the top 10 most expensive cities to live in America in 2026, based on housing costs, rent prices, groceries, transportation, utilities, insurance, and overall cost of living. And while some of these cities will not surprise you, the number one spot might. Let's get into it. Number 10 is Miami, Florida. Miami has transformed dramatically over the past few years. Once primarily known for tourism, nightlife, and beachfront living, it has evolved into a serious financial and tech destination. Hedge funds, startups, and remote professionals relocating from higher tax states have poured into the city, increasing housing demand significantly. In 2026, average rent in desirable Miami neighborhoods often exceeds $3,000 per month. Waterfront and luxury high-rise apartments go much higher. Median home prices continue climbing toward the upper $700,000 range and beyond. While Florida does not have a state income tax, rising property insurance rates, especially due to hurricane risks, have increased overall ownership costs. Condo association fees can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month, depending on the building. Groceries and dining also trend above the national average, and lifestyle spending tends to rise in a city built around image and social visibility. Miami offers energy, weather, and opportunity, but affordability is becoming increasingly challenging. Number 9 is Seattle, Washington. Seattle remains one of the most expensive cities in the country due to its strong tech-driven economy. Major employers such as Amazon and Microsoft continue to attract high-income professionals, keeping housing demand elevated. Median home prices hover near or above $900,000 depending on the neighborhood. Rent typically ranges from $2,700 to $3,500 for centrally located apartments. Although Washington state does not collect income tax, sales taxes and general living expenses are higher than average. Groceries, dining, childcare, and professional services reflect the city's higher wage environment. Combined with limited housing supply and steady job growth, Seattle maintains a cost of living that consistently ranks above the national average. Number 8 is San Diego, California. San Diego is widely considered one of the most desirable cities in America, and that demand continues to push prices upward. In 2026, median home prices exceed $1 million. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages around $30,000 and can rise significantly near the coast. California's state income tax adds additional financial pressure, and fuel prices remain among the highest in the nation. Utilities and insurance costs also trend higher than average. San Diego offers exceptional weather, strong job sectors in biotech and defense, and a high quality of life, but affordability remains a major concern for many residents. Number 7 is Boston, Massachusetts. Boston combines history, higher education, and a thriving innovation economy. With dozens of universities and a powerful biotech and finance sector, housing demand remains consistently high. In 2026, rent in central neighborhoods often exceeds $3,000 per month. Home prices in desirable areas commonly range from $900,000 to well above $1 million. Boston's older housing stock can also mean higher maintenance and heating costs during winter months. Limited development space and strict zoning regulations contribute to elevated property values. While incomes in professional sectors are strong, housing affordability continues to be a challenge. Number 6 is Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles remains one of the most expensive major cities in the United States.
Average rent ranges from approximately $2,800 to over $3,500 depending on the neighborhood. Median home prices approach or exceed $900,000 in many areas. Beyond housing, residents face high fuel prices, elevated vehicle insurance costs, and long commute times. California's income tax structure further reduces take-home pay. Everyday expenses such as dining, entertainment, and childcare add to the overall financial burden. Despite the costs, Los Angeles continues to attract professionals in entertainment, media, technology, and global trade, sustaining strong housing demand. Number 5 is Washington, D.C. The nation's capital maintains high living costs due to its concentration of government agencies, law firms, consulting companies, and international organizations. This highly educated and stable workforce supports elevated housing demand. In 2026, rent typically ranges between $2,500 and $3,200 depending on location. Median home prices often exceed $800,000. Limited land availability and consistent employment stability keep the housing market competitive. Groceries, dining, and private education costs also trend above the national average. Washington, D.C. may not be the largest city on this list, but its economic structure ensures that prices remain high. Number 4 is San Jose, California. San Jose sits at the center of Silicon Valley and benefits from some of the highest-paying jobs in the country. That economic strength, however, directly impacts housing costs. Median home prices frequently range between $1.3 and $1.5 million. Rent averages between $3,200 and $4,000 for many apartments. Childcare, groceries, and services reflect the city's high-income demographic. Even households earning well into six figures can find affordability challenging due to mortgage rates, property taxes, and ongoing competition for limited housing supply. Number 3 is San Francisco, California. San Francisco remains one of the most expensive cities in America, despite population fluctuations in recent years. Median home prices commonly exceed $1.4 million. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment often falls between $3,500 and $4,500 depending on the neighborhood. The city's limited geographical expansion, combined with strong tech and finance sectors, sustains high demand. Daily living expenses such as groceries, transportation, and dining consistently exceed national averages. San Francisco's cost structure places it firmly among the top 3 most expensive cities in the country. Number 2 is New York City, New York. New York City continues to define high-cost urban living. In 2026, Manhattan rent averages above $4,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. Brooklyn neighborhoods continue to rise in price, and prime real estate regularly reaches multi-million-dollar valuations. Residents pay both state and city income taxes, which significantly impact take-home pay. Transportation, groceries, childcare, and utilities further contribute to one of the highest cost of living indexes in the nation. Despite the financial demands, New York remains a global center of finance, media, culture, and business, attracting millions who are willing to pay the premium. And number 1 is Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu ranks as the most expensive city to live in America in 2026. Its geographical isolation is a major factor. Nearly everything must be imported, increasing the cost of groceries, fuel, construction materials, and everyday goods. Median home prices exceed $1 million. Rent often surpasses $3,000 per month. Utility costs rank among the highest in the country, especially electricity. Limited land availability restricts new housing development, while tourism and military presence sustain demand. Although Honolulu offers exceptional natural beauty and lifestyle advantages, its overall cost of living makes it the most expensive city in the United States. In the end, America's most expensive cities offer opportunity, economic strength, cultural influence, and lifestyle benefits. However, they also require higher incomes, careful budgeting, and long-term financial planning. The real question is not just which city is the most expensive, it is whether the lifestyle is worth the price. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to America Ranked for more in-depth rankings and city breakdowns. See you in the next one.